Hello, boys and girls around the world. My name is Mrs. B, and I'm a teacher in the United States. I'm so glad that you're able to join me today for a very special read aloud. But before we begin, I have a hello song just for you. Hello, boys and girls around the world. Hello, boys and girls around the world. How are you? How are you? I'm glad you're here to read and learn. We know we'll have some fun today. We love school every day, and so will you? I know. Mrs. B has a terrible voice, but I so wanted to share a song with all of you boys and girls. The book that I've chosen today is called Olivia. This is one of my favorite books. It's like on the top of the list. And there's other Olivia books out there too, and I have them, and I'll probably add them to my collection of videos as well. The author of this book is not on the outside cover or the front. Actually, it's on the inside cover. And this book was written by Ian Faulkner. Ian Faulkner is the author that wrote this book. And guess what? The person that drew the pictures, who is called an illustrator, is also Ian Faulkner. What a talented individual, boys and girls. So boys and girls, this is called the front or the cover of the book. And then this is called the back of the book. Let's turn it over again to the front. And you're going to see a sticker here. And boys and girls, this is a Caldecott Honor Award book. That means so many boys and girls around the world enjoy reading this book. And before we begin, I want you to pay close attention because I'm going to go over some punctuation marks that you're actually going to see in this book and other books that you read. Boys and girls, the first one is going to be a comma. A comma means to pause when you're reading. It brings two or more thoughts together, or it can be used to make a list. The next mark is called a question mark. You put this at the end of the sentence when you're asking something. You don't know what the answer is, and you need somebody to answer your question. The next mark is called quotation marks. You have a pair, which is 2 in the beginning, and then you have a pair, which is 2 at the end. So when somebody starts talking, you put the beginning quotation marks. When they stop talking in a sentence, then you put the end quotation marks. But the end quotation marks go after your punctuation marks. So if it's a period, you put period, then end quotation marks. If it's a question mark, you put the question mark and then your end quotation marks. If it's an excited mark or exclamation mark, you put that first, then your end quotation marks. And I'll show you some examples in the story. And this is called an exclamation mark, but young boys and girls call it an excited mark, and that's okay to do. When you're older, you can call it an exclamation mark because it's such a big word. And we put this at the end of a sentence to show great emotion or to give a command like sit down. Also, boys and girls, in this story, Olivia, there is going to be personification used. Personification means when an animal takes on human characteristics. Because an animal does not supposed to act like a human being, so the author uses this personification to make the story more funny or more interesting to the reader. And I have some examples right here that I found. These are a bunch of animals, and they take on like bread, a violin, an alarm clock, a broom, and so forth. I thought these were fun to share with you. Boys and girls, what do you think the story is going to be about if you look at the title and also the picture in the story? Yes, it is about a pig, but the pig acts like a child. And this child is so charming, boys and girls. She acts like such an adorable child. And so parents just love this book, and so do boys and girls. Are you ready for Mrs. B to begin? And this is the inside cover. And we're going to have fun with Olivia. Olivia is going to be dressing up, singing songs, building sandcastles, napping, maybe, dancing, and painting on walls. I know your parents want to allow you to draw or paint on the walls. Maybe paper? Yes, 100%. And woo, going to sleep at last, hopefully after doing all of that, boys and girls. Boys and girls, when Mrs. B begins reading, does she read left to right or right to left? She reads left to right, and then she goes to the next line and reads left to right. Good job. This is Olivia. She is good at lots of things. I wonder what things she's good at, boys and girls. When we make a prediction, we are guessing as to what is going to happen next in the story. She is very good at wearing people out. She even wears herself out. Oh my goodness, she is full of energy, this pig. Look at all the things that she is doing. Boys and girls, who do you think is going to be the main character in this story? The person that we see the most, or the animal. A character can be a person or an animal. And in this case, it's going to be Olivia the pig. And this genre in this story is called fiction or fantasy, because in fantasy we use animals, and animals can't talk and do these things in real life. So it's fiction or it's fantasy. It's pretend or make-believe. Olivia has a little brother named Ian. He's always copying. Sometimes Ian just won't leave her alone. So Olivia has to be firm. That means to be a little bit strict when you need to. Here is Olivia, and here is Ian. And what a coincidence, boys and girls. Ian is the same name as the author. Oh. Boys and girls, what punctuation mark is this? A period. You were paying attention. Olivia lives with her mother, her father, her brother, her dog, Perry, and Edwin the cat. So here are her parents. Here is her mother, her father. There is Ian, Olivia, our main character. Here's the dog and the cat. How many people and animals are in this family? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job, boys and girls. In the morning after she gets up and moves the cat and brushes her teeth and combs her ears. No, boys and girls, she doesn't have hair like us to comb. And moves the cat. What do you think she does next? Let's find out. Olivia gets dressed. She has to try on everything. And look at all the outfits she's put on, boys and girls. And what color are all the outfits? This must be her favorite color. Red. Good job, boys and girls. Let's see. What's your favorite outfit that Olivia has on? And Mrs. B will share with you what her favorite outfit is. Mrs. B's favorite outfit is this one. This would be my first choice because that's a beautiful dress, especially for the summertime. On sunny days, Olivia likes to go to the beach. She feels it's important to come prepared. Last summer, when Olivia was little, her mother showed her how to make, what do you make with sand? Sand castles, very good. And here we have, Olivia's holding a beach ball. And her mom's showing her how to make a sand castle. Sand castles are very fun to make. And you need a little bit of water to make sure that the sand holds together. It's dry. She got pretty good. Look at this sand castle. Wow, like a skyscraper. Or tall, very tall building. So did you notice in this book, this is like a snapshot of Olivia living her life every single day. It's like a snapshot. Here she's doing one thing, then she's doing another thing and another thing. So it's a lot of pictures. Sometimes Olivia likes to bask in the sun. When her mother sees that she's had enough, they go home. Every day, Olivia is supposed to take a nap. All boys and girls should take a short nap in the middle of the day if they can. It's time for you know what her mother says. And look at her. She's not too happy about it, is she? Folding her arms. She does not like to take a nap. After they spent a beautiful day at the beach, they should rest. Of course, Olivia's not at all sleepy, boys and girls. Look at her. Again, both pages. She is full of energy. On rainy days, Olivia likes to go to the museum. Boys and girls, have you ever gone to a museum to see famous artwork? Oh, it's fun, isn't it? Mrs. B tries to go at least once a year to see if there's any new paintings. And keep this in mind because at the end, I have very fun activities that you can do at home with your family. And I have several of them. I hope you'll enjoy. She heads straight for her favorite picture. Olivia looks at it for a long time. What could she be thinking, boys and girls? Here is the photograph that she's admiring, and they're ballerina dancers. What do you think she's thinking? Do you think she wants to become an artist and draw that painting too? Or paint it? Think about it, boys and girls. Let's see what happens next. But there is one painting Olivia just doesn't get. I could do that in about 5 minutes, she says to her mother. I don't think 5 minutes for this one. There's a lot of work that was put into that painting, boys and girls. Did you notice, boys and girls, that all of the illustrations are in black and white, but Olivia's in black and white, but her clothing is in red. It stands out to us as readers. I thought that was pretty cool how the illustrator did that. Ian. As soon as she gets home, she gives it a try. And boys and girls, here she has no clothes on, but we see red is always shown on every page. And this is what she calls artwork. She was trying to copy the artist in the museum and copy that painting that she saw. Time out. After a nice bath and a nice dinner, it's time for bed. Because we have to clean the paint off of Olivia. But of course, Olivia's not at all sleepy. Only 5 books tonight, Mommy, she says. 5, that's a lot of books to read at bedtime. No, Olivia, just 1. How about 4, she says. No, 2. All right, 3. Oh, all right, 3. But that's it. Her mom putting her hooves on her hips. Boys and girls, right here somebody is talking. So what punctuation mark is this when somebody is talking? Quotation marks. You were paying attention. And what about this mark right here? A comma. Good job, boys and girls. When they finished reading, Olivia's mother gives her a kiss and says, "You know, you really wear me out, but I love you anyway." And Olivia gives her a kiss back and says, "I love you anyway too." That is so sweet. Here the mother is reading a book to Olivia, and Olivia finally goes to sleep. And here she's dreaming She's pretending to be a singer because Olivia likes to pretend to be other people. And that's okay to do. You have to use your imagination. The end, boys and girls. What did you think of this story, Olivia? Would you give it a thumbs up if you liked it, or a thumbs down because you did not like the story? Mrs. B gave it a thumbs up too. I really enjoyed reading this book to all of you boys and girls. Now here I have some fun activities for you to do at home with your family. Are you ready? The first one is, we know that Olivia likes to pretend. So one thing that we do with our imaginations is to pretend to be someone we admire. So let's pretend, boys and girls, to be some different people. So I want you to pretend, this is just some suggestions. You can pretend to be anybody you want. You can pretend to be a ballet dancer. You can stand on your tippy toe, raise one foot, put your foot down, or walk on tiptoe. You can pretend to be a fireman and pretend to hold a fire hose and to put out an imaginary fire. Or you can become an artist. You can hold a pretend brush and pretend to paint a canvas. Or you can pretend to be a cowboy. Put your hands in front of you as you pretend to hold the reins of your horse. Giddy up. And you can tip your hat like a cowboy and say, howdy. So that would be one activity. Another activity is, I have 3 for you to do at home, is craft time. In the book Olivia, she looks at a famous picture and she tries to copy it by drawing it on the walls. Boys and girls, are you brave enough to draw on the walls at home? I wouldn't recommend or suggest that. So let's get you, they have them for people that like to draw. It's a drawing book and a lot of sheets of papers in there. And I want you to start, I would first like you to get some ideas and go to the museum. If you can, try to take pictures and then print them out at home. And I want you to copy those pictures or try to draw them or paint them. That would be fun. And then you can show your family all your hard work. And if you go to school, you can show your teacher or other classmates in your classroom. The final activity that I would like for you to try at home, boys and girls, is called Write About It. The author thinks that pigs are smart, and they are. Let's write about another smart animal, shall we? So tell why you think that animal is smart. And after you do that, on top in a frame or a box or square, I want you to draw a picture or paint that animal in that box. And again, I want you to show all your hard work to your family or take it to school. Boys and girls, I have a very special guest here with me in my office, and this is also my mini classroom. I wonder who the guest is, boys and girls. It's Garfield. Garfield, thank you for joining Mrs. B and all the boys and girls around the world. Would you like to say goodbye to all the boys and girls with Mrs. B? Oh, he does. Well, boys and girls, just remember, reading is fundamental, and Bye for now, and I hope to see you again soon.